Hello everyone, welcome to the vlog update. I promised. I don't know how long this will take. Hopefully it won't take that long. I do have quite a few updates to go through, so I'll try and get through them as quickly as I can. So first things first, I did strip Alexander of the title because I did make the promise that win or lose, Alexander would no longer be in PBW/AVW because of his creator not really wanting to do a lot with Koi anymore. No, I kept that promise to him, even though he did win the world title. At least he won a world title before I let him go, so he did have that going for him. I just wanted to get that clearly out of the way, which means that the PBW World Championship is vacant, which leads me to my next announcement. Thanks to my friend Beth who suggested this. The PBW World Championship will be up for grabs at Capture the Crown this year, and I do have more announcements about that as well. Well, basically about the entire pay-per-view schedule, but I'll get to that in a second. But yeah, so much like Money in the Bank 2014, at the time the World Championship was vacant, so they had the ladder match to crown a new champion. I'm going to be doing the same thing for Capture the Crown, depending on who winds up on PBW, essentially, because the draft is tomorrow night. We announce them for you. Yeah, depending on who winds up on PBW, 6 men from PBW will be challenging for that belt in a ladder match, so that's going to be a lot of fun. And I'm trying to think of other things. Oh yes, I did make the executive decision to slightly rename the Limitless and Women's Tag Team Championships. Going into Season 5, they will be known as the PVA Women's Tag Team Championships and the PVA Limitless Championship. I just think that's a much easier way to remember them, because in my mind it's always been dumb just calling them the Women's Tag Team Championships, especially now that they're cross-brand. And I think just calling it PVA at the start really does help to differentiate it, because if you just call it the Women's Tag Team Championships, people will just look at you like, that's it, that's all they're called. Yeah, so I did make the decision to slightly shift that around. Speaking of things that have slightly shifted, I do have on my OneDrive, not a script for a video because this is all off the top of my head, but this is the pay-per-view schedule for Season 5, and I've changed a few things around. So without further ado, this is the pay-per-view schedule going into Season 5, as well as the locations of where they're going to be. So we'll be starting with Cutting Edge, which is an AVW pay-per-view, and it'll be in Long Beach, California. Then it will be Capture the Crown. That hasn't shifted around. Cutting Edge has, as you might notice. And Capture the Crown will be in Syracuse, New York. Then will be Deck the Brawls, which will be in Glasgow, Scotland. And you might notice, if you're paying attention to the actual monthly scheduling, Deck the Brawls will actually take place in December. Yes, the Christmas themed pay-per-view will finally take place around Christmas. I'm a genius. I'm a booking genius. After that is Heat of the Moment, which will be in San Antonio, Texas. Then Break Even, which will be in Prague, Czech Republic. Then Locked and Loaded, which will be in Nottingham, England. War of Attrition, which will be in Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. Reverence, which will be in Pontiac, Michigan. Over the Top, which will be in Perth, Australia. Violent Delights, which will be in Tokyo, Japan. Harsh Environment, which will be in Madrid, Spain, and finally, Defy the Gods 5 will be in Chicago, Illinois. I think that's a really good list of locations. I did try and keep a balance between states and not the United States, and I think I struck a pretty solid balance between them. I'm really looking forward to seeing how this year is going to go, and I do want to thank all of you again for letting me use these ideas, use your ideas, and just have a lot of fun with it. I mean, that's ultimately what my Fed is about at the end of the day. Having said that, I do want to check off one minor thing. So I know people pay attention to the whole stats rule thing that I've got in my rules section of my Discord server and stuff, the PBW vs AVW Discord server, which I'll put a link in the description below in case you haven't joined. But one thing I do want to get out of the way is, please don't min-max your stats. I mean, yeah, keep it from 85 to 95, but don't min-max shit to try and match that. Trying to keep it, try and keep it a little bit more balanced so it's maybe more fair on other people, because it is a problem I've noticed lately, especially today when I was having to update stats for new roster members or new allies I've brought in. So yeah, I just wanted to get that out of the way very, very clearly. And that's about all I want to say. I can't really think of much else to say or really do, so I want to say thank you all again for watching this, and I'll see you all, well, there'll be the draft tomorrow night for this, if you're, for PBW vs AVW, if you're interested in that, but if you want to watch me stream sooner, tonight I'm looking to finish American McGee's Alice, so maybe look out for that if you want to, and that's all I can think of to really promote at all, so I'll see you most likely tonight. As always, thank you for watching, you're awesome, bye bye.